I'm JB.
I'm John Diaz.
And welcome to ChitChat. It's our second episode, so if you didn't catch it yesterday, hopefully you can hit up our website and see the past episode.
Today just remind you of Yolanda Vega. Yeah. Today is...
Today is Win for Numbers.
Yeah.
With Yolanda Vega. Oh my god, that's really bad.
Oh, man.
So anyway, well,
Got some hot topics.
what do you got for us
Oh,
today,
well,
JB?
we're going to talk about what Barack has been doing in his free time, one of his favorite things to do. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about A-Rod's relationship status if he had a Facebook.
Facebook.
There we
Facebook
go.
official.
And of course, we're going to be talking about probably my favorite event. It's close with Fountain Day, but Big Purple Ground, the event. So let's get right into it. But let's start with Barack Obama. Everyone knows he loves to play basketball. Loves to play.
It's such a big deal about that, I guess, because it's like a very normal thing. They want to be like president, just like another normal guy, like basketball with his kids.
Playing a pickup game of basketball is just so much fun.
I saw in the news, I saw him playing with like just a bunch of guys, like just hanging out with them, and it's not too bad, you know? He's got a good shot.
All right, well, it's routine, it's tradition, I should say, that every president that comes into the White House changes something. Okay, and they add something. Barack is adding a basketball court because he
What
loves
does
basketball.
add?
That's a great question. I don't remember. I don't
Shooting
remember.
range. Like he had like a straight. He was guns and.
I believe it was Nixon.
Texas.
Was it Nixon who ran at the bowling alley? I think so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the bowling alley. That was a very popular one. But
But
Barack,
does it stay there? So like,
Yeah, I think so.
It does.
so like the bowling alley's still there?
I wonder if they call it like Dick's Bowling Alley or something.
yeah. I think it's in the basement actually, the bowling alley. But Barack is adding I think a full court basketball court so that he can play little
Shyla and
right.
what's the kid's name?
Sasha and
Mila.
Yeah. Sasha loves to play basketball.
I said Shyla. I put the
Shyla.
Mila. Wait, I can't say their names. I'm just gonna butcher it. Alright.
So Barack, I mean, think about it. He's the president of the United States. It's one of the most intense jobs you could possibly have on the face of the planet. And it's what he does to relax, whether he's just shooting around all by himself or with his daughter, or whether he's playing a competitive pickup game.
Yeah.
That's what he does to basically go from this to this, relax.
Yeah.
So my question for you guys, if Mel Diaz became president of the United States, or the first woman president, Janae Bowman, became the president, what would you guys add to the White House?
What would you add?
I know what I'd add.
What?
I would add a Yankee room. For the Yankees, everything, Yankee memorabilia, autographs, photos, and then of course a huge
Boston might not like things like that. You can't be.
tell them. This would be after the election, after I win New York and Massachusetts. And,
Well, you know what? That could cost you a bunch of votes. I don't know.
On my re-election,
that
right?
could really.
well,
That
you know what?
term just went to 4.
Yeah, well, hopefully I'm popular enough that the Boston fans will give me a little slide,
leeway.
leeway. So with like a 200-inch screen and Yankee memorabilia, big
That's
lounge.
pretty cool. You know what? My uncle Kevin, my mom's brother, well, actually both of her brothers, obsessed with the Yankees.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely
So
diehard
sweet.
Yankee fans. And most Yankee fans are that way. He could not wait until his son moved out of the basement.
So he
could make the entire basement
yeah.
all Yankees. That's all it was.
That's-
It's Yankee, Bernie Williams, but Paul O'Neill back in the day.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
not back in the day,
Don't
but
you ever
back in
wonder
our
what your
day.
parents are gonna do with your bedroom? Like when you move out?
Oh,
Yeah,
my
I know.
mom text messages me every night and says, I just turned your light on, I miss
Well,
you.
that was a topic on ATV last semester. We were talking about your bedroom and how it was getting
yeah.
How it's
redone and
redone.
everything. So
And
that's done now, right?
it's
That's not
done.
princess room anymore,
I
right?
know, and
Used to be princess room.
Mel over here actually did a little Facebook stalking and comes in.
Guilty.
He comes in and
Over
goes,
winter break.
ooh, I saw your new
I see your
bedroom
bedroom on Facebook. Over winter
I
break.
was like, oh, okay. Anyway.
Actually, the second that I moved, I came to Albany and I was on the bedroom. My brother just took it over.
Yeah.
He moved everything in there. It's bigger. It's got like its own little entrance. It's like an apartment on the side of the
that's
house.
cool.
So my brother took that over and he's enjoyed it. So
Mine's
that's fun.
still my stuff. Like
Yeah,
everything.
my dog pretty much took over my life.
Yeah.
I have a golden retriever, and every single night he sleeps in my room.
That would make me so
And
sad. Like,
I miss him. Like, I think I miss him more than I miss my parents.
Aw.
I know, it's pathetic.
hopefully you're not popular, Mr. or Mrs. Diaz. I'm
No,
sorry.
They shed all over the
They
room
know.
and stuff.
I have to vacuum almost every day.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And if he has a spot, and it's just, oh, I don't know.
No, I don't do hair, dog hair, no. I'm getting a dog that does not shed.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
Whatsoever.
I like cats.
My sister's
You
a
like
cocker
cats?
girl.
Yeah, I'm a cat person.
So
I
not
know.
cat person.
Hold on. It's
They're
not
like
that.
coming around the corner.
I don't. It's
Like
not
sneaky,
that.
they're gross. They're
You
really
never
gross.
know.
Hold on. I want to explain myself. I have nothing against dogs. I love dogs. But if I had a preference, if I had to choose between having a dog or a cat, I'd choose a cat. There's a less
Nice.
responsibility.
I feel like
They're more
dogs-
intelligent.
I feel like dogs are so they're like happy and like joyous and I don't know. And I just feel like cats are just like sneaky, like you never know what they're thinking. Like they're just gonna like attack and
It's
scratch.
like having like an intellectual companion. They're so keen.
Oh,
It's incredible.
Oh well.
Alright, so-
Anyway, back to what I would put in
Yeah,
my
what
house.
would you put in the White House?
Yeah. If I didn't have it already, I need a serious walk-in closet. I'm talking like lights, like remotes for drawers to find.
Absolutely. You
Like-
go in there and there's a huge red button and you push it and the lights go on. It's like a huge display. You know, everything coming down from the ceiling. Things open up. Mirrors all over the place.
And I
Right?
want an intense washroom, like washing machines.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure if you're president,
Yeah,
you
they
would
can
watch
do your laundry.
Oh,
Yeah.
true. But I mean, I always lived in an apartment with my mom, so we'd have to like go do our laundry. I would kill just to have a washer and dryer in my house. I would just kill for it.
Well, for those of you who are underclassmen and try to live on Empire, I think Empire apartments, they have washer and dryer.
In the room.
That's nice.
In the
apartment.
I know you live on Colonial. I live on Dutch.
I
and
live on Dutch.
You
My
live on
boyfriend
Dutch
lives in
also.
Empire though.
Oh, really? So.
There she goes, talking about boyfriend.
Sorry.
So when you guys upgrade to Empire, instead of, going down a flight of stairs, or if you're in the tower, taking the elevator,
Yeah.
you just go maybe 10 feet, and there you go, you have a washer and dryer right
And
there.
you can leave the clothes there. But when you guys are watching, you know how horrible it is. You have to like set your alarm and just get down there before
Oh, yeah,
some feature stuff
I'll
down
go
I
there.
take it right out. I'm sorry. If you don't have the respect to get down there and get your stuff out of the washing machine or the dryer, it's coming out. Like,
See, I do not like
You
to
know
do
what?
if I go down there and get it
Well,
after,
you're
and
lazy.
like close, no, but like say
that's lazy.
a minute.
Well, think about it.
I'll wait a minute or 2 minutes. That's about it.
If all the washers and dryers are being used,
That's true.
then come on, let's go. Speed it up, get down there, get your stuff out, throw it in the dryer, or take it back upstairs and fold it.
I
whatever you
got class
gotta
to go to. I got episodes
I've-
to film.
do.
I've got Senate meetings to go to. I don't have time to wait 2 minutes.
And you know what? I'll tell everyone who will be, I am one of the people that will take out your laundry. If there's nothing else to do, I will take out your laundry. I will plop it right on
But
top.
then you get back to your room and you're like folding your laundry and you put a bowl in your socks and you're just like, hey, see, I'm missing a sock. It's probably because that jerk took my laundry.
very
Well, you
responsible.
should have been there on time.
There you go. I like it. I'll have that.
Thank you.
Back to the president thing. I put it in a swimming pool.
Yeah.
They want
Yeah.
to they have one
Michael
already?
Phelps.
Michael Phelps style
We'll actually get to Michael Phelps in
Yeah.
a minute, but
but yeah, I love pool. I love I mean, I can't put a beach in, obviously. I love the beach.
Yeah.
So that's
That'd be
supposed to
have,
happen.
have White House officials build your
Like
beach.
a really
Yeah.
cool like slide
No, I got it.
in the pool.
Do you know like a splish splash and like a bunch of
The
splash
flash
all around?
driver.
The
The
wave
wave pool.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
In the White House.
A wave
And at
pool
least
in
you
the-
know because it's your pool. There's not
You
gonna
know.
be pee in it. Like, well, and if it is, it's yours, so it doesn't
That's
matter.
really-
That's cool.
That's what I put in a wave.
Yeah.
I would turn up the waves all the
I
way.
know, surf.
Hell yeah.
Or do you ever see those things on the cruise line, like the portable
The
surfing
surfing.
thing? They just like.
And-
That's what
Yeah, I was actually, I've been on a couple of cruises, and if you haven't been on a cruise, they're awesome. Bless, you ever been on one?
No, I'm scared of them.
Incredible. So one day, I think I was on Yahoo or Google, and I saw that Royal Caribbean actually had a new boat with that portable. It's like on the back. It's on the very back of the ship, and it's like a wave contraption. I don't even know how to explain it. That simulates exact waves,
That's
and you
cool.
can surf on the boat.
That, yeah.
So cool.
you see Carnival's new commercial with they throw the huge beach volleyball and like everyone's like playing with it in the city and stuff, and it says like
No.
all and all for fun or something. I don't know.
Oh, really?
It's on the boat.
No, it's not on the boat. It's just like a commercial, and they just blew up. I don't know if it's photoshopped in, but it looks like it'd be fun.
Yeah.
I'm
It's like
petrified
this
of
huge
cruises.
volleyball, beach volleyball. You know, like the different colored ones, they blow up.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they just throw it off of a huge skyscraper, and everyone in the city is playing with it. It's
Oh, that's
really
cool.
cool.
See, I'm a little skeptical about these cruises. You hear about husbands pushing their wives overboard. So, I don't know. I'm just not
I'm
really.
not gonna lie, the first time I was on a cruise and I walked right up to the rail and I mean, think about it. A cruise is like a moving building. The
Yeah.
top, when you're on the deck, you're looking down at probably about 12 stories. You know, think about maybe half the size of the tower. And
I
you're
live on
looking
the
down.
11th floor, so
And you look down and you say, if I jump off this rail, I am so dead. And it kind of, but it's also eerie because you're looking over and you're seeing, you know, this incredible, and you look like on landscape, this incredible landscape.
And
And
even
it's
to
like,
live, it's so hard. People are not going to know that you fell over unless someone saw
But
you.
yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah.
I don't know what cruise line it was, but I'm sure most of you had seen in the news. A woman mysteriously fell overboard,
Yeah.
and her husband didn't report it until like 8 o'clock the next morning, and she'd been missing since 11 o'clock at night. Like, I don't know about you, but if my husband fell overboard, I would be like,
they have rescue boats on standby.
Maybe
That's what they do.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't know. Maybe he's just like, oh,
how do
she's
you
out.
not know if you're on a cruise with your wife and you don't know where she is
Maybe they're having
for
a fight and
9 hours?
That's all.
No, I'm just backing the guy up. Come
Yeah,
on.
well, I'm not.
But I will tell you, looking over the rail and looking like
Down,
straight down and seeing
plunging.
the water, you get butterflies. It's
Yeah.
really, it's breathtaking, but it's also nerve-wracking at the
Mhm.
same time. It's really crazy. But cruises are a lot of fun. I've been on a Carnival and on a Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean's incredible. Casino, nightclub. It's a moving city. That's what it is.
You know, again, we're not old enough.
They didn't know that. They didn't know
Oh yeah,
that.
you have to be 21 to gamble, right?
What's
But
that?
I thought it
Not on
was
open
18.
seas.
Oh, yeah,
It's
it's
18
it's
on open
international.
seas.
Oh,
So
I
I
see.
went down and at the time the cruise I was 17 and a half. So I got dressed up in a suit. I had sunglasses. I went down there,
You would
trying to
be
get
dressed
I
up in a
was
suit.
Those
sunglasses.
hands,
Not
it
gonna
was the
lie.
man.
Yeah.
Honest to God story. Went down there with $50 in my pocket. Came up $950. I love blackjack.
I'm not a big gambler.
Yeah, me neither. I just don't.
Blackjack.
I don't want to lose my money.
No,
yeah.
I'm happy with it.
But cruises, a lot of fun if you have the money. It's so expensive. If you have the money, do it.
Well-
It's a once in a lifetime experience.
We got onto this whole cruise topic because Mel wants a pool in his White House. President Diaz.
Sorry.
President Diaz. But we also have another story about Michael Phelps.
Yeah, Michael
Speaking of
Phelps
pools and swimming.
was caught in a British magazine. I forget the name of the magazine offhand now, but it's him smoking out of a marijuana pipe. It's clearly a marijuana
But
pipe.
they didn't specify
Now,
the marijuana was in
you
it,
can't
right?
specify, you can't say it's marijuana. You can't. No one can say that. But everyone has to say, okay, if he's smoking out of marijuana, what is he smoking? Tobacco? What is he smoking? Crap? It doesn't matter. He's probably smoking.
We talked about this on Monday's week of Albany, and it's just like, when you're in a spot like that, you have to know that you're always being watched.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can't do stupid
So when is
silly
this,
You're a
things.
role model.
this picture from? When is it from? Do we know?
That's-
Is it
that's in the past
like
couple
5
weeks.
years ago?
No, it's within the
Or
past couple weeks.
See, and that's going to be the problem with our generation when we get older. Facebook and MySpace.
Yeah.
Can you imagine when our generation's running for president or anything? They're just going to have all these pictures from when we were in college and when we were younger, drinking beers or whatever.
Keep in mind with Michael Phelps, he's a role model to so many kids. I mean, if they see that shot of him smoking out of a marijuana pipe, you know, what would a little kid
not
think?
gonna lie, I probably couldn't even tell you what a marijuana pipe looked like, and I'm 20 years old.
Mhm.
I'm sure a 5-year-old isn't gonna be like,
That's
oh,
true.
Michael
I think
Phelps
so.
is smoking out of a
Yeah,
marijuana
that's true.
What
pipe.
if they see it on the news and they see the shot and the anchor is talking about here's
We
Michael
have to think
Phelps smoking out of a
realistically,
marijuana pipe?
what shows are 5-year-olds watching?
Okay,
Barney,
okay, fair
Sesame
enough.
Street, I mean,
Yeah,
for the
but also
majority.
like my cousin Troy, he's 10. He knows all about like sex and drugs and all that good
Do you have
stuff.
older siblings?
Well, he is. me and my cousins, but no, he's actually the oldest in his family, but he knows all about it. And he will openly ask you about, like, if you came over my house, he would talk to you about it. And he doesn't watch the news or anything, but he watches ESPN all the time. He knows, everything about it, and I'm sure it's all over ESPN, so he's probably thinking, like, what is this idiot doing?
Michael Phelps did apologize, but you brought up one very interesting topic that I really want to elaborate on. The whole thing of Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook, you have so many pictures online, a lot of you students. I probably the majority have them, on Facebook with pictures doing things that are probably illegal, whether it's drinking alcohol underage or smoking or whatever it may be. I want to tell you a funny story. A month ago, my dad is very conservative. He made a Facebook. He's like, all right, I'm going to get into this whole thing. A year ago, my dad didn't know how to use a computer.
Yeah.
Okay? And now he's got Facebook.
You got to
So
take your
he looks
Facebook
me up and
privacy.
he friend requests me.
Oh, bad mood.
Okay?
You can't deny your dad.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm
Literally,
just
I'm
dying in a
behind
second.
something.
You have to set your privacy to like extremely private.
I did.
You can't even look me up on Facebook.
But let's see, Janae just said it. You can't say no to your dad, because then you're hiding something. But now I had a couple
You better
of...
go back there and delete them and then accept.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll tell you what happened. I accepted my dad. I was actually, I was late for something, I don't know if it was class, so I just hit the accept button. So,
Text message from
my dad went through
Beyond.
everything. He went through every photo. He went through every newsfeed story of the past, I think, 6 to 8 months. He went through everything, and he was a little critical, but at the same time, he's right. Because I was at the time I was looking for internships.
Yeah. And that's how they look you up.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do jobs look you up.
Facebook is allowing full access to businesses and corporations now to look up identities and stuff.
Wait, even if you have it set for private?
That depends on the
Yeah.
privacy settings, but some corporations and businesses have access to Facebook.
Maybe that's why I'm not getting a
Story,
job.
Don't put stupid pictures up. Detag yourself.
I mean, if
You probably
you're-
look bad in the picture anyway. So whatever.
Today's a detagger, I've witnessed it.
Yes.
Detag. Oh, I like detag.
If
My hair looks bad. I look bad. I look fat. Like whatever.
If you're a junior, a senior, or a graduate student, especially if you're a graduate student, and you're starting to look into jobs and finding your career, and you're submitting, your resume around, and you're doing all this bunch of stuff, really clean up your Facebook. That includes your about me, your
Just everything.
everything, because
It's not worth it.
it's not worth it. Your career could be at stake, or a job, or potential job could be at stake, because if you submit a resume, or if you have an interview at a company, and you and one other person very similar, and they both look at your Facebooks, one's professional, one, you're at parties on Saturday nights, drunk and, swinging
Get
your
beat
shirt
up by
out.
Boston girls.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. You told me
If
about
you
it on
didn't catch our
my
episode
yesterday
yesterday.
show. It's still
Mel
there.
Mel got beat up by a girl this week.
I did not get beat up. I got punched. I politely said, you have to leave my friend's house because you're being disrespectful. And I swear, I was polite. It's a girl. Big bossy girl. And clocks me in the face. And it was not...
I don't think,
Not-
you know what, I don't think you're telling those stories. Like, what I'm going to do?
They're definitely missing something here.
If the
I
girl
don't
is
know.
watching, if the girl that hit
She
Mel
doesn't go to
Diaz
Albany.
is watching, okay.
She's
If
visiting
you
from
are
Boston.
watching it by any strange chance, I personally invite you to come onto the show and tell us your
I would
side
love
of
to
the
meet you,
story.
shake your hand, meet you, pat you on the back.
Yeah, because we hear your side of the story. We want to hear her
I'm not
side.
gonna lie, I'd say I got in a fight with some dude, and you should see him. I'm like, oh, you should see that kid. Like, a girl would hit me in the face.
Maybe
Or me kick me
you
out.
called her an inappropriate word.
Feeling muscles? Good working out.
All right, the moral of the Facebook story, just to end it, my dad made me, and I didn't want to do it anyway because I was looking at internships. I cleaned up my whole Facebook profile. If you're a junior, senior, graduate student, an upperclassman, really consider doing that because
No
Facebook
kids,
says
not
a lot about
bars.
you.
That's probably not a good idea.
If you're in high school or if you're a freshman slash sophomore.
And especially if your parents are like teachers or they have it's not just for your benefit, because one of my friends, her dad's a teacher and he's going for a principal position, like to be a principal of the high school. And he's like, make sure you don't put any pictures up there that could potentially embarrass me and, so it's just like, it's
Yeah.
not even for your sake, it's for your parents too.
Yeah, oh yeah, because your Facebook does say something about you. Keep that in mind. It does, whether it's accurate or not, it's going to reflect how you are to someone who doesn't know you,
Yeah.
someone who knows you.
I wonder how much better all of our GPAs would be if Facebook did not exist.
No, I
I don't think they do.
100%, oh, I do.
I think I'd have a 4 up.
Last night, I was just laying in bed, doing a little reading, and I was just drained, I was just really tired. And I'm like, you know what, I should really finish this chapter. I'm like, but you know what, I'm gonna check my Facebook.
Yeah,
Like,
see if I got tagged or
see if I got any
commented,
notifications, because I know I look really bad in that picture, so I want to get to it before anyone can look at it.
Oh,
you know?
God, untag, right?
Yeah, so, but anyway, enough of Facebook. I'm
Yeah.
sick of Facebook.
Everyone's always on Facebook.
And talking about
All right, well, you heard me mention my obsession about one day having a dream Yankee room.
Mhm.
Well, for any ladies out there who love Alex Rodriguez, the what is it? I think $300 million Yankee star.
Yeah.
As of a couple of days ago, his divorce was
Final.
finalized. It's done.
Is-
A-Rod is single.
Now, so he's not with Madonna.
I didn't get that notification on Facebook this morning.
His relationship status hasn't changed.
Okay, now there hasn't been a public photo of Madonna and A-Rod engaging in any
Interaction.
what's the word I'm looking for?
Kissing.
Yeah.
Public
PDA.
display of
PDA.
affection.
Public display of affection.
Holding hands, no nothing.
Right. In fact, there hasn't been many shots of them at all.
But when Madonna and
Guy
Ritchie were said to be separated, she flew out to the Hamptons, and A-Rod happened to be on a flight about an hour behind her.
That's right.
So, I don't know, it's a little bit.
And it was confirmed that many times I think the very end of last year's Yankee season, didn't make the playoffs. Still heartbroken. A-Rod, after the game, he'd shower, he'd speak to the press, he would do whatever he had to do, and then Madonna's Manhattan suite, he'd ride right over there. The paparazzis would take photos, and he'd go right up, and he'd be up there.
And then that one.
Well, I did notice in the Britney Spears
I don't think
documentary,
they're playing Scrabble. They're not.
maybe a little charades.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, in Britney Spears documentary, you saw Madonna had maybe a little face work done, maybe because, A-Rod is such this sexual icon. Maybe she feels the need that she needs to look a little younger for him.
Oh, she looks good enough. Trust
Yeah.
Madonna.
Madonna's still looking good. But how old is she now?
50s has to be.
That's old.
No, I think she's like 56.
She's still very attractive. She's Madonna. She's Madonna. But A-Rod is, I think, 33 years old. So
That's quite an age difference.
So when A-Rod was born, Madonna was just hitting puberty.
So
Just
What?
awkward. Think about it.
No. She would be graduating
Yeah.
from college.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Wait, so
Graduating
A-Rod's
from college.
36, you said?
A-Rod's got
33, and she's
34.
like 56, so that's 23.
So she was
So
drinking.
she was yeah.
She was drinking alcohol before A-Rod was born.
Yeah. But you know what? My grandpa is 75, and my step-grandma is 58.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of
That's a big difference.
that's a pretty big
Yeah,
difference,
but when you
too.
get up there in
Doesn't really
age, it
matter.
doesn't really matter.
Age is just a number, and that's all I have to say.
No, but it's weird to think about it. Let's say one day you and I get married to someone
Oh.
Well, I
who's
guess
15 years younger.
I
I'm like,
Cougar.
15 years
are we coming out right now? I was confused. I thought you were talking about
You want an older woman?
I want an older woman so bad. I just want to marry one. Just like, an older woman that was a gold digger in a previous life. That's
You have a boyfriend.
Why am
We're
I in
talking
the
right
middle?
now. We're talking right now.
Why?
So the lady. Because, she was a gold digger back in the day, right?
Right.
So she gold digged, whatever, got her fortune.
Okay.
Dead gold.
And then she got older, and then I won't feel that bad gold digging on her. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I'll just take her money. So then I won't feel bad
I think
taking that money.
I
from her.
talked about this in the past.
It's good math, I mean.
you're gonna
Makes sense.
get your fill,
Yeah.
and then hit the divorce and get your money, right?
And then marry a much younger girl.
And then marry a much younger girl.
Well,
Okay.
you know what? That doesn't always work out that way because I heard a guy getting married to this woman, and he actually died 2 years after marrying her. She was like 85, and he was like 35, 45,
Pretty
something
big.
like
And my
that.
luck. Yeah,
Died 2 years after marrying her, so
Well,
he,
didn't the late Anna Nicole Smith marry like a really old dude?
Yeah.
Like a really
Yeah.
old
Oh,
guy.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
I
yeah.
forget
so
who he was,
famous.
but he was rich beyond measure, and then he passed away. Didn't
he
she?
was ancient. I don't get it. Like, I'm not dating a guy that's, I'm not even gonna say it. Never mind.
I mean, that's blatant. I mean, the late Anna Nicole Smith, marrying someone that's so much older, and then, I mean, why else would she marry the guy?
Why are you gonna marry a guy whose boobs are gonna be sagging more than mine are? Like, no, that's disgusting. Like, I'm sorry, I'm so not for this. So
All right,
I'm
so
sorry.
what's the age bracket for Janae? What's your? I mean, if you, all right, let's say one day you marry an older man. What's the oldest in terms of?
Oldest, like 7 years older.
7 years. Okay, and
That's not bad.
What
Are
about
you
younger?
younger?
I mean, of course, if Andy Pettit came along. Sorry, A-Rod, I'm more of an Andy girl.
Yeah, Andy
but-
girl. He's
yeah.
back. Andy Bennett's back. All right. What about younger?
Like maybe 4 years.
Okay.
Well, I'm one, so keep that in mind.
I don't like-
A year younger.
I don't like immature boys, so
Ooh, okay. All right.
I like
That
I
sounds
like
pretty
my
good. But so you like the cougar? You like the older
I
women?
like.
Be careful, you Albany professors. Mel Diaz is on.
I'll do anything for an A.
Please, he's just kidding.
No, but the point I'm making is that I think it's weird to think, let's say the one day I marry a girl that's 15 years younger than me. Right now she's 5 years old. Is that weird? That's weird
No,
to
wait,
think
you can't
about.
think like that. That's the past. You gotta be more in the present. Like, get over it. I'm harsh today. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It would just be interesting for me
Yeah.
to marry someone so much younger, and because the other one was Celine Dion. Didn't she marry a guy?
Oh yeah, but they're really in love.
All right,
Okay,
all right.
Really,
They're-
really love-
Celebrities are really in love.
You.
He's like much older, right?
I love her. She's so great.
Right.
Anyway.
And didn't they have a child?
Yeah.
No,
Good for them.
Right.
Good for
What's the
him.
next
All
one?
right.
His libido still going.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right, Big Purple Growl this Saturday.
Big Purple Growl, probably
Be
one
there.
of the biggest events of the year, if not the
It's
it's
a
definitely
lot
the biggest
of
sporting
fun.
event of the year. It's awesome. The
Who
place
is
is
playing?
packed. Ooh,
Who are we playing? We're playing
Vermont.
And the girls are
Number one in the
playing.
conference right now. They are in first place, Vermont, and we're gonna take it to them.
Yeah,
We're gonna take it to
I
them.
hope so.
Yep. New Albany's won 2 straight. Check out Sports Report, ATV Online. I'll get to more on that in a second. But they actually beat UMBC at home, and then they beat Hartford at home. Now they have a nice break because I know Anthony Rafa, point guard, has a couple of injuries. Will Harris still a little bit of the flu bug, so he's getting better. But it's definitely going to be awesome. Unfortunately, the women's basketball team they're struggling right now. They're not doing too well in the American East Conference, but the men's team, we could be big this year. I mean, we're hosting the American East Conference Championship, conference tournament, which is in Albany this year. So, big basketball year for you, Albany. If you don't know, Sefco Arena is a great environment for basketball games, but the highlight for every season, Big Purple Growl.
Big Purple Growl.
I'll be
Everyone
there.
comes out for it, so you guys gotta be there.
Gotta
Get that
tickets.
early,
Show.
get online.
Yeah, you have to wait online for about a few
It's
hours.
cold, people huddle for warmth.
Bundle up, get your hot chocolate in your thermos. Just make sure you have your student ID, because then it's free, and I think you can get like a little towel thing.
Oh,
for
yeah.
Oh
waiting
yeah,
there.
the growl towel.
If you
The
haven't been to
Growl
Big
Town. I have like
Purple Growl
5
in the
Yeah.
past, if you
Yeah.
haven't been there in the past, it's a zoo.
It
It's
is.
so much fun.
It's so much
packed.
fun.
The place goes crazy on every basket.
Yeah.
It's definitely big, and ATV will be covering it. My sports show, Sports Report, will have highlights, analysis, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We will be there covering it, so be sure to check out Sports Report on ATV Online. Mel, you want to give me the URL?
I don't know, Albany.edu, little tilde, ATV.
That's right.
I just usually, even sometimes when I mess up, you go to Albany.edu and type in ATV in the search engine.
And it'll be right there.
And there you go.
Right there.
And
Well, thanks for joining us today, guys.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you at the game. It's at 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock on
4:30 for
Saturday.
women's,